Hi there, welcome to the Obachanchatter. Today is October the 9th, 2024, and I'm here today to read this morning to recap with you The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 5, Episode 4, The Epiphany. Um, so the episode starts off with some BS to me. They did like a Laverne and Shirley. Remember the times back, Lenny and Squiggy. If you ain't as old as me, you probably wouldn't know it, but they was doing the reenactment of Laverne and Shirley because they was from Milwaukee. And they could have kept that spiel. They could have kept it to themselves. So the ladies are getting ready and Browynn on the phone with her husband, and she's telling him about about her conversation that she had with Lisa and with Heather, and how when she just said she just let it go, she just let her feelings, let them know how where she was coming from. So her husband said that was good, and she said she never fought with Lisa before, and she said so it was, that really upset her, and she said she just met Heather, and she's sorry that they got her on the wrong foot, but you know. So Whitney's is goes to Mary to say good morning to her, and Mary's doing her hair, and Whitney is presently surprised. She was like, "What is that apparatus or that contraction that you're using on your hair?" And Mary said, "It's a straightening comb. It's for black girls." Go ahead, Mary. I am so. She is like my favorite one on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Mary, I wish you would have been like this the first season. It's like it's just you just it seem you appear to be to me authentically yourself. The shit that you say, how you act, and how you respond. As a matter of fact, Mary, you nice as hell. I can kind of see how you was a pastor of a church. There's a little bit, just a little bit. But I'm really glad that you're letting us see your full potential as a housewife. I'm glad to see that. I love everybody's pajamas, everybody's pajamas. Oh, especially Milan, who got on a pink with the cougars, and I think that's Whitney. I like everybody's pajamas. Milan's wearing a nightgown. But it's pretty. Everybody's lingerie. I mean, their pajamas are real nice. So Lisa talks to Angie. Lisa goes to talk to Angie. No, Angie says she has a hard time trying to talk to Lisa. That's what she's telling the Meredith. So tell Meredith, hey, I'm having a hard time with Lisa. Lisa, one of them friends. If you're in the yes person, you got to come back, get back up off of me. So she telling Meredith not to trust Lisa and to watch out. So Angie and Lisa want Meredith. So Angie and I think it's Whitney don't want to. Apparently, Angie and Whitney don't want Meredith and Lisa to be friends or something like that. And Lisa feel like they all trying to turn her. Lisa feel like Angie and Whitney are trying to turn her friends against her, meaning Meredith. So anyway, Whitney goes to Heather's room and she has a surprise for her. And this dummy done went and got Laverne and Shirley shirts. They used to have their initials on their shit on their shirts. The ladies and Laverne and Shirley, and so they're trying to make the best of this trick because their relationship been kind of funky the last couple of seasons. So they're trying to come together. And I just wanted to say that the shirts was cute and corny at the same time, if that's possible. So Lisa's in her room still getting glam. She was getting glam when Meredith came to see her. And she still is when Whitney comes to see her. So Whitney coming to tell her the itinerary for the day, and she said we're going to the big caves. She said big caves. I don't want to do that. And she was like, okay. Whitney was like, okay. She was like, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do something else. And she was like, do something else. But we all came to this trip together. She said, don't worry about it, girl. I just don't want to go to no big caves. I got some ideas. She said, what you gonna do? I got some ideas lined up. So she said, I'll just meet up with you at dinner. So Whitney tells her, oh, okay then. So anyway, they all sitting around ready to go to this, excuse me, this beer cave. And I put down here, what the fuck is Browynn wearing? That jacket. I don't know. I'm sure it's all designer. I don't know who that designer is. I don't know. The design remind me of a Japanese designer, but I don't. It might be my Shashisho or somebody. Mashasho, somebody. No, that's the hot dog that she was wearing. So let me go back. I don't know what the fuck she wearing with this red and white with the black stockings with the big old boot shit. She spent a lot. She wastes her fucking money. She spent a lot of money, I'm sure, on her clothes. She looks so when she ain't costumey looking, she looks sloppy as fuck. I'm just telling you. I don't know when you seen her in the store, Lisa shopping in Nordstrom's or wherever you said you saw her at, but I don't know what attracted you to her because she be wearing some bullshit. Maybe that's why you were staring at her because of what she was wearing. And she said, "You look like a bag lady." She looked like she going to a carnival. I'm sorry, bro, man. I don't. That shit you be wearing be looking. Even your confessionals with the white jacket with the cowboy emblem on them and the feathers. That jacket probably costs more than anything I own to total together, and it's ugly as fuck. So anyway, I'm sorry I'm talking about your clothes. I don't want to offend nobody. This is all just my opinion, and if I say something to offend you, please just put it in the comments because you be on some all that money you spent, and I don't even want to know how much that hot dog shit cost. But I'm fitting to Google it, so when I come back the next episode, I can tell people how much that hot dog outfit cost with the little. Was that a mustard top? I don't know what the fuck she had on her head. So anyway, let me get off of that. So anyway, they on the sprinter, and Milan is missing, and Brittany. And they're like, where they at? She said, I know Lisa not coming. So the other ladies went curling with Lisa. And it was a tight fit because the guy had to fit the men. So when they show up at the place where you do the curling there, ice rink or whatever, they tell the lady, say, yeah, I'm with some friends, but I didn't. Lisa said, tells the curling coach, yeah, I had some. We visiting here, and I'm glad you could fit us in. And I had some friends, but they was gonna go do something like go to a beer cave. And then she got fucked up when the guy said beer caves. That's a real big thing for Milwaukee. She was like, oh. And it was, because when they showed the lady, they did that curling shit. That shit looked cold and it ain't look fun. Like you just sweeping up and down the ice. I just never could get that curling shit. Just like you pushing this big ass thing around on the ice trying to make it go in the direction you wanted to go. Blah, blah, blah. I rather had went to the beer caves. So they went to the beer caves and it was real caves. And I found out, that's why I like sometimes you can find out. I like when they give you a little bit of history about shit when they go somewhere. And we find out that before refrigeration, the way to keep beer cold was to keep it in the cave. So that's why they got the Milwaukee beer caves, and they still real special. So anyway, they visit the cave, and then they go to sit down to taste the beer, and they have did a beautiful cheese spread for the ladies. I mean, it is beautiful. It's big and it's square. It's like you got your own I can't say it right. Charcuterie board for yourself with your cheese and your grapes and your crackers. And so they start tasting the beer. And the man found out that Mary has never had beer in her life. So he tells her she's getting ready to taste Miller Lite, and it's the champagne of all beers. And she tastes it and she loves it. She actually loves it. And she's like, oh my God. And then I laugh that this fool gonna say, what year is this? It's big, girl. That shit, this probably 20, if they probably made it last night, 2024. So crazy. So anyway, he tells them that if they after they finish that, they're gonna take them over to another section where you can hear ghost stories. And then they sit over there, they're sitting there and they're eating. Um, So anyway, they're on a sprinter, and Whitney calls Milan and says, "Hey, you wasn't on the sprinter. Where you go?" She said, "Oh, I went curling with Lisa." And she's like, "Oh, I wouldn't really like a heads up on that, but I'm just calling you to let you know that we're on our way back from the beer cave." So she said, "Okay." So Browynn and she in the damn Sprinter van talking about them. There's no way. Why the fuck is Lisa with Browynn? I mean with Brittany and Mila. When she said they must have been the very first people she saw when she came out of her room, and she was like, "Hey, want to go with me?" And they all went because that's a real mismatch for her. So Angie tells the lady that she had lunch with Lisa and that it went left and they hurt her feelings, that Lisa walked out, that Lisa didn't call her back, or none of that shit. So Whitney says Whitney says the only reason why Lisa, so we find out we don't know why Lisa didn't come on the trip. Then Whitney, I like how they just blunt with it this time. Ain't nobody playing no games. Whitney was like, the only reason why Lisa wouldn't be on this sprinter with us going to the big caves is if somebody told her what I said about her. Silence. Then Whitney just come out and say, Meredith, did you tell Lisa what the fuck I said? And Meredith said, yeah, I said, I told her. I told her because we're not supposed to have anything between us. Is this on? Anything between us from now on. You know what I mean? We want to keep our friendship solid. So we told each other, we promised each other that we had heard anything or anything was going on that we would share that with each other. So we're not letting shit get between us no more. So now the ladies say why Lisa skipped out on activities. Mary tell Meredith that she look rich when she get on the sprinter, and it's because she got that damn fur coat on, and it is very, very nice, if I may say so myself. So we got what else we got going on here? We have Lisa tells. I already did that. Lisa tells the curling toast that she didn't want to hang out with him. The Milwaukee big caves are a big deal. Okay, never got that. Told y'all that Mary, I said Mary is crazy. She never had beer, and she think Miller Lite is champagne. All beers. Actually, myself, I would say Heineken and Corona myself. So I'm happy Mary likes the beer. So anyway, Britt is freaking out because she said, "I miss Jared's call, and I missed his text, and I haven't called him back because I have to really think about this." And so he was telling her about this brow girl, right? And she was like, I think the brow girl thing went on when we was on a break. Girl, stop it. Lisa says that Brittany is a born and bred LSD. I know it's more or less than that, but I'm gonna put LSD woman. I mean, not me. I don't know that shit for the Mormon thing, but it's got a LDDT or something woman, and she tells her that she don't need no man just to get herself together and stop it. And so Brittany says, yeah, because when I think about it, he committed treason. I don't know if I call it treason. So Browynn tells them the first job that her husband Todd ever had, she wasn't born yet, but he was working a beer and worked for Miller when she wasn't born yet. And she said sometimes he surprises her because he say shit like, when I was coming up, there was only TV wasn't no color TV, just black and white. She said, she go, what? And I will say this sidebar, I have dated somebody for a long time, like 20 years, a long time. I dated somebody a long time, and it was only a 10-year age difference between the two of us. I was 10 years his senior. And sometimes we would talk about music and shit. And I can remember one day, like maybe we had been dating each other for about 3 or 4 years. And he said, I think he kind of had an attitude with me. And he was like, next time I date somebody, I ain't going to date nobody this much older than me. And I was like, what the fuck you mean by that? What are you talking about? Whatever. So anyway, never fail. Well, I don't date this motherfucker. Well, we done. So anyway, we can get off of that. So after they had that bed and eat that cheese and shit, he said there's a ghost sightings in the middle factory. So he gonna take them over there to the place. So the tour guide takes a lady to the second part of the beer cave trip where the people tell them ghost stories. But before they can start off with their ghost story, Mary enlightens the people about hers. She started telling the Deafy drama story. They started telling about the head the she started telling the people about the Jeffrey Dahmer story that her father lived like around the corner or some shit, and he seen them bringing out bags with cooked body parts in it. And then she said, "I don't really know, cause sometimes my dad did lie. I think he telling you a lie, Mary. I ain't lying. I think he told you a lie." So Heather and Whitney, they gonna stay back, and Heather tells Whitney about the Alibaba stuff, or the legitimacy. I'll talk about her legitimacy of her business, right? So before I start, that jacket that Whitney wearing, that's black and blue and with the white, I don't know if there numbers on them or not, but that bitch is busting. So anyway, she said Whitney let Heather know already know about it because my business partner called me and she said we don't do nothing wrong. We purchase from curated vendors, meaning it really is nothing wrong. I think it's kind of fucked up. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with buying something for $2, then selling it for this amount of money. But when you gouging like that, to me, that's not fair. I mean, it's fair. It's fair. I don't know. It's not fair. If somebody's willing to pay for it, cool. That's their money. I mean, if I'm selling a cup of coffee for $8, but you can get down the street for 3. But you want to buy my $8 coffee for whatever reason. It tastes better, and you like the feel of the cups. My coffee is hotter for whatever reason. Long as you got a seller and a buyer, you good. But to me, I think you fuck with people and you gouge people when they showed a picture of your shit. It was like from Alibaba, it was like $3 and something. Then over here, you charging almost like 50 fucking bucks, and somebody is buying that shit. That is crazy. $3, most I probably would do is maybe $3, 12, 15, 50 from 3. You is not gonna be successful long because people gonna not buy your shit. I'm just telling you. Once they figure it out, how your markup, it's like the markup you doing a markup like it's fucking furniture or something, and it's a piece of damn jewelry, and it ain't and you call it a fine jewelry line, but anyway, you sitting there confessing to Heather and shit, and Heather like, why Meredith ain't tell me herself? And she's like, Meredith told me that this was going on. She's like, Meredith's just a fucking hater. She said, why she tripping on me? She said, because she sell caviar, but she don't take her ass to the bottom of the ocean to get it. And that is very true. She don't get her own little fish eggs out of fish herself. She buy her shit from somewhere else. And because she Meredith Marks or whatever the fuck her name is, she can mark it up just a little bit more. So, I don't know. Whitney was like, she mad because I opened up a jewelry store and this and that and other thing. And so she said she's just a hater. So Heather said, okay, but do me a favor. Let's not talk about this shit while we at the trip. The trip going good. We're on our second day. Let's not fuck that up. Okay. Let's not mess that up. So she said, okay, fine. So she sit back, she had her bed, she still eating her cheese. So let me do a sidebar on Whitney all on TV this week. I think it started the beginning of this, or maybe like Friday or Saturday, that she been hitting the YouTube streets because she has done a MLM, and a MLM is a multi-level marketing scheme. And y'all know how that shit is. That shit is like the Amway, where you sell product and then you bring somebody in and you bring them in to start selling, and then they get somebody and you keep riding in the tier, but the people at the bottom don't make shit because they take all the money. So she been accused of running a multi-level marketing scheme. I don't know if it's with her products or not, but that's what the word is on the street. So Wick calls Milan, I read her friend, and she's like, she on the phone when 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 Whitney is on the phone with Milan Maylee or whatever the fuck her name is, here go Angie in the background. Which trader are you talking to? I was like, damn. So, like I said, she's like, you didn't tell me you was going curling. That bitch ain't know she was going curling. That's why she couldn't tell you. So she was like, y'all do what y'all gonna do. Just get ready tonight to go to the Harley Davidson Museum, and if you're gonna change your clothes to go to to go to this bar, Trixie's bar, the drag show, you need to bring your clothes with you because we're gonna have to change at the museum. So everybody's like, okay, cool. So from there, we go to the ladies are at the where at now? The ladies are. Am I? Is this the right page? Okay. So I said, damn, Lisa getting glammed again. She was getting glammed the morning before they left, and she getting glammed again. So Lisa getting glammed. I said she did it all day. So they're on the bus, get ready to go to the museum, the Harley Davidson Museum. And Whitney says, somebody says it's been a good trip, it's been a great trip. And Whitney says, yeah, it was a great trip till I found out y'all was talking about my goddamn business. So what's up with that? So everybody looking around. So Whitney says, y'all start rumors about me buying my shit from Alabama and you never came. So Meredith said, I wasn't trying to start no shit. I was just trying to tell you to help you. And she was like, you never came to me for any advice. And she said, so you so concerned. Why you talking about that shit? So Mary sitting next to them and she just like blah, 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 blah. She don't want to hear that shit neither because I don't either. So it's even worse for her because she on the bus with them hoes. So the ladies are at the Harley Davidson Museum and I will say I'm very impressed with it. They're going to have dinner there in the inside. The man made them a dinner. So Whitney tells us that she has always loved Harley. She's been riding them for as long as as long as she can remember. That her and her husband own Harleys and they go to these biker bars and all this type of shit. So the dude that's in front of the Harley thing, he's one of the Harley Davidson people. He's like related to them, and he says that it was born. They began making Harleys in 1903. And they said they got 120 motorcycles to match every year. They had some beautiful colors in there. They were showing the different bikes. And it's funny how the motorcycle used to just look like a bike with a motor on it. I mean, it's a motorbike, but I don't know. It's a motorcycle. It is. It's a cycle with a fucking bike. Duh. So anyway, Brahman says that she think is crazy in her confessional that they was arguing like a motherfucker on the Sprinter, but they get to the Harley Davidson Museum and everybody's on their best behavior. That's some weird shit to her. So she said you need the museum to make these bitches hoes behave. So Lisa and everyone, they're at the table and they're having their dinner, and Whitney stand up and she start passing out everybody jewelry. And I think she said some shit like, if you don't want it, you don't gotta take it. So Lisa interrupts and interrupts her because she started talking with Meredith, and Lisa interrupts the conversation, and Whitney asked her to stop Lisa. She said, I'm talking to Meredith and I want to keep it between me and Meredith. So something happens and Lisa said, oh, should I talk like you? So Angie butts in then and says, don't mock people, that's not nice. So Whit wants a conversation just between her and Meredith, but Lisa's just not gonna let that happen. Now Angie not either. So between she wants so she so Lisa asks no, Whitney asked Lisa not to interrupt. And Lisa said, Lisa said, I'm just trying to help out to help you understand or something. Then Angie said, it's not nice to mock people. And she said, you did the same thing to me. So Lisa said, what's the fucking problem? Because I ain't doing nothing different that y'all do to each other. Y'all talk, this one talking, that one talking. And you did the same thing to me. You gossip. You went and talked shit about me Whitney, I don't want to hear your shit because you did the same thing. You went to Meredith and was talking about me to her. So fuck you. So anyway, Angie says, Angie said, just get over yourself, Lisa. You mad because I'm friends with Whitney. And Lisa's like, I don't give a fuck about you being friends with Whitney. And she said, you just one of them friends, Angie. You just one of them friends. You don't like me now unless you do. Angie says, I gotta do what you said do. She said, I've been good to you and I've been a good friend. And she said to be your friend though, it's gotta have conditions on it. I gotta be a yes friend. And she said, you man, you haven't called me. And she said, you used to call me all the time. And she said, so she said, you just always meddling with me and Meredith's relationship, and I just want you to stay out of it. So she said, so Lisa said again, I care. So she said, so Angie started saying, she said, I'm a good friend. Lisa said, you ain't been no good friend to me. And Angie stand up and her chair fall out. And she said, ask him, I'm a loyal friend. Ain't I married? Ain't I this one? Everybody's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So when Angie chair fall back, Whitney pick up the plate and slide it over because she don't know what's gonna happen next, if they're gonna throw shit or not. So Angie's good because then Lisa said, yeah. She said, you call me, you talk to me morning, noon, and night. And she said, yeah, and when you don't want to talk to me, you know what you do? A lecture. Then Angie get all fucked up. I'm a good mother. You know, I put my child on the back burner so I can listen to you talk all day. She said, I need to pay attention to my daughter. I'm a responsible mom. So, so, they argue back and forth, and then all of a sudden you just hear, and it's quiet for a minute. Mary, she my girl this season. I'm telling you, Mary says, "What's going on? You love each other. You guys love each other." So it's real quiet. Then all of a sudden, Brittany announces that she's had an epiphany that she broke up with the Osmond. Her epiphany was she was sitting in her room and she realized she don't need to date nobody, but she still ain't called this motherfucker. So they asked, "Did you call him and tell him?" And she was no, girl. So Mary says that I ain't worrying about them arguing and shit. She said they argue like this and then their asses is friends in about 5 minutes. Yeah, in 5 minutes they friends again. So you know what? I'm not going to indulge in this bullshit with them. That's what she says. So Lisa gets I said it already. Okay, so what I got left? So Angie says I said that. Oh, where's that argument at between? So while they're sitting there at the table, Brittany come out with her bullshit. She just is like, "Are you with?" Oh no, I still got to do this. So do you know? So anyway, they was talking about the Osmond, right? The guy that she dating, and they said, "Does he live on Osmond Lane?" And they said back in the day, Osmond Lane was the shit. If you lived there, it meant you had money. But they said they don't think Maria or Donnie ever lived on that street. So Brittany Browynn started asking her some questions. She says they asked her if she loved him. She says she's loved him, and that she loves him. Brittany said she loved him. They said, "Do you love him or you in love with the part that he Osmond?" So Britt tells her. So she said, "You were is that you're in love with him or you're in love with the Osmond?" So don't think that Britt like the questions that Browynn are asking her. So Britt tells her, "Won't you worry about your own husband?" And then woo, Browynn was like, "Oh, okay." And Mary goes, "Ooh, Lord." She said, so Mary goes, she said, "You interested in him because of his money?" So then Britt started asking Browynn questions about her relationship. She was like, "Well, was you interested in your husband because you have money? Because he had money?" And she was like, "No." And she said, what's the age difference apart from y'all? She said 26. And she said, you still attracted to him? And she was like, yeah, I'm crazy about my husband. So Browynn's like, she kind of mad. So anyway, Mary sitting back there, everybody watching. And then let me do a sidebar on y'all because Mary, shit was in the YouTube streets too. Her son that's married and living with her, that's 20, 19, 20 years old, don't got no job, who called her last week for $60. This fool is addicted. He got arrested, I think, for fentanyl and another some type of drugs. He on drugs bad, so he in rehab. So my heart goes out to Mary because thank you, God. Thank you for sparing me, at least for this part of my life. No issues with my kids being addicted to no serious ass substance like that. I mean, I got one of my kids, two of my kids will smoke marijuana, just like they not no weed heads, so to speak. But that's all my kids kind of dabble with. And then the oldest one, he might drink a little bit sometime, but more they more like social drinkers and smokers, but at least I know what they do because they tell me. And I ain't really that big on them smoking marijuana. I don't want that shit in my house or nowhere, but they're all right with that. So anyway, so Brahman just she trying to explain to them, me and my man. She don't say it like this, but she should. Me and my man is the real thing. We so real with it with all the assets and shit. My husband is smart. He's smart as hell. But he ain't that smart. He ain't getting no prenup or no postnup. But Mary just said they got them ones, and we don't never know what's gonna happen. We don't got prenup. We got postnup though. If you got something, yo, you just gotta protect yourself. So she was like, we don't have nothing. He got a whole bunch of assets. We don't have no prenup because our shit is real. Our shit is real down to the bone. So everybody was like, oh, okay. So even Heather said, this motherfucker ain't do no prenup. Like Mary just said, I got a postnup. So anyway, we get off of that. We go get dressed to go. They finish eating and talking shit. They gonna get ready to get up and get dressed to go to this damn drag show that Whitney is the host of, but I don't know, Whitney, you the host of the trip because you brought all the housewives with you because that place was packed. And I ain't gonna try to say they ain't gonna be packed just cause you coming. So your whole crew was up there with you. So I'm sorry, they're cutting grass outside. So anyway, when they come downstairs getting the sprinter, why the fuck is Brahman looking like a hot dog? I would tell her she gotta go take that shit off. I don't give a fuck who is by. Go take that goddamn hot dog shit off. That's what I would have told her. She said, I seen it come down the runway and I just had to have it, child. I'm gonna try to see how much that shit costs. I'm gonna look up your hot dog outfit and I'm gonna come back with that the next time that we all do the recap for the next episode. So I said Whitney bought them girls for promo. So anyway, the ladies have a good time. The plug, the you got so many phones. The housewives got phones pointing to the crowd, and the crowd pointing phones at them. That's all you're gonna see is a bunch of goddamn phones and flashes. So it's at the end of the episode. So Whitney, and I like Whitney outfit. It's cute with her little because her boots got the little fringes on it too. It's alright. I think I would have wore a heel with mine. Ain't nobody really had nothing to make me want to say, "Ooh, I really like that." So I can just remember which kind coming with me wearing a fucking hot dog. So anyway, they all just get up and they have a dance off. And these ladies, she introduces them. Melissa do her thing. Even Mary, she the last one I saw. Even Mary was getting down with the get down. So like I said, I heard. So like I said, I was very, very impressed with the episode. It was busy. I mean, I couldn't write the notes fast enough. They talking over each other. Y'all know I hate that shit. So they all do their little dancing on the stage. And at the end, Whitney says that she had a good time. The trip was good. And she said that Laverne and Shirley would be proud of them. So, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for like 35 minutes, and I'm so glad. And the day is the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Let's get through it. We got 2 more days in this week, and I got 2 more recaps to do for the next couple of days. And I hope that they're just as exciting as this one was. So anyway, could have been anywhere, and I'm so happy you're here with me. Have a wonderful day. And if any one of the housewives will listen to this, I don't mean no offense. I'm just saying what I say. If I don't like you or something, I'm gonna just say it. But so far, I don't dislike anybody. Mm, Browynn is she be saying some shit in her confessional. Some of them I don't get it, but she's smart with it. So it's gonna be all right. Have a great day and bless you. Bye now. Oops.